All right, we are going live here on Facebook. Today I'm going to be talking about the SUPRA hydrogenated water that we have with SISEL, the SUPRA H2 STIX. And I'm going to demonstrate today the power of hydrogen, and I'm going to go over a presentation showing you the benefits of hydrogen water. Give us a smiley face, thumbs up, share it with people, go gather other people to join us in the presentation. We'll get started here in just a second. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the presentation. My name is Dr. Kurt Fisnick, and this is the SISEL Doctors Clinic call. This is being recorded. It'll be placed on our YouTube channel, the SISEL World Team channel. It'll also be put back on Facebook so you can share it with other people. Today, I'm going to demonstrate the powers of the SUPRA hydrogenated water that we have with the SUPRA H2 STIX. And we're going to use the H2 blue. So hang on one second while I get this started. All right, everyone. So here's what we're using. It's the new SISEL H2 STIX. These are the individual sticks that you get in the bag. Put that so you can see that. How this works. So this is called the H2 blue. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of water in here. This is just regular tap water. I fill it up to the black line, which is 6 milliliters. Now using the H2 blue is you put a drop in it until the water turns blue. If the water turns blue and it stays blue, that indicates how that there's an absence of hydrogen. You can see here how that made the water turn blue and it's staying blue. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this out. Let me rinse that out just real quickly. All right, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to pour in just a little bit of hydrogen stick into that same water. Put it here where you can see it. Turn my glass so you can see the clearness of it. And you put in a half a stick into a glass of water. And what it does is the minerals that are in the stick, they react with the water to split the hydrogen and the oxygen. And you can see here what I've done is mixed it with the water. But for demonstration purposes, I pre-mixed some up about 15 minutes ago because I knew it takes about 15 minutes for the hydrogen to mix into the water. So I'm going to take some of that water, get this out of the way here. And I'm going to do the same demonstration. You can see as you put that into the water, stir that up, you can see that water, you can see that it clears up. Do you see that? I'm put another drop in there. Watch it as the water clears up. And because the water's clearing up, the blueness is going away in the water. That tells us how much hydrogen there is. So you can see I put in 2 drops. There's the 3rd drop that I put in. You can see that it's the water's not turning blue. There's another 2 drops. You can see that the water continues to clear up. The blueness goes away. There's 2 more drops. You can see how the water doesn't stay blue. There's 2 more drops there. Again, you notice that the water's clearing up. It's not staying blue. There's another drop. There's another drop. You can see with each drop, the water clears up, the blueness goes away, because what happens is the hydrogen reacts with the H2 blue. This is a reagent, and it's a way of testing water to see how much hydrogen is in there. So you can see there, it clears it up. You can see there, the water goes back to being clear. You can see that again. And I can keep dumping in this hydrogen blue, this H2 blue. There we're starting to get a little bit of a blueness in the water. Oh, there we spilt our water. And there we finally, some blueness to the water. So let me clean up my mess that I just made. You can see that now the water finally turned blue. But what did that take me? About 10 drops of the H2 blue. Oops. 10 drops of the H2 blue before it actually turned blue in the water. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a slideshow that I put together. And I'm going to talk about the powers of hydrogen and the benefits that it has for you and I. So welcome everyone. Again, for those of you who are just joining us today, I'm talking about the amazing powers, the healing powers of using hydrogen water. My name is Dr. Kurt Fisnick, and you'll find this recording. It'll be on the SISEL World Team channel on YouTube within minutes after this presentation is done. I'm going to demonstrate today, or I just got done demonstrating how much hydrogen is actually in the water using the H2 blue, and this is a testing kit that you can buy off Amazon, and if someone says they have hydrogen water, you can actually test it, and you can see how much hydrogen for each drop of the H2 blue. So a lot of people, they say, oh, Kurt, you're crazy, now you're trying to sell us water, and why would your water be any different than other people, the water that you could just get out of your tap? And so what if I told you that some of the largest healing centers in the world, in France and Mexico and India, they found that these baths that people have been going to for hundreds of years have high concentrations of hydrogen. So this isn't something new. We just figured out how to make it so it's something that you can have in your house, whether you're in Fargo, North Dakota like I am, or you're out in Colorado, you're down in California, or if you're anywhere in the world, you can have hydrogen water. Dr. Kim Young, a scientist and researcher, he had the chance to actually test the water down in France, at Lourdes, France. And here's what he had to say about the miracle water. He said that it has a high concentration of activated hydrogen, higher than regular water, and that's what makes it responsible for restoring health to cells that were damaged from oxidation. Another doctor from Japan said that a single mechanism, a key mechanism that dominates all others, is redox reaction. So if we can find a way to control that, we can conquer the disorders. Water rich in atomic and molecular hydrogen should be the ultimate solution as far as his theory was concerned. SISEL SUPRA H2 STIX is one of the most powerful products in the category that I've ever seen. Do you feel faint, moody, constipated? Do you feel tired, worn down? Do you just feel sick? What if you could drink a tall glass of water, hydrogen water, and find out that it gets rid of all those undesired symptoms? You see, a molecule of hydrogen water is small enough to penetrate into the cells. And what it does is it neutralizes these reactive oxygen species which destroy normal cells and can actually damage your DNA. But you'll also find with the hydrogen water, there's beneficial minerals like magnesium. So hydrogen therapy reduces these reactive oxygen species, and this has become a hot research topic. We're finding that they're using this hydrogen therapy to test the effects on people that have atherosclerosis and ischemia injuries like heart attacks and strokes, diabetes, cognitive impairments like Parkinson's disease, and various aspects of metabolic syndrome like insulin sensitivity. It's just interesting that you look at this And medical properties of molecular hydrogen go way back to before the year 1800. Many years later, in 1975, Baylor University and Texas A&M published great studies on the potential uses of molecular hydrogen in medicine. This was published in the peer-reviewed Journal of Science. However, it wasn't until the year 2007 when an article that was published in Nature magazine drew the attention of all these scientists. In 2007, there was only 50 articles published regarding hydrogen as a medicine. Now there's over 300 published articles. They're quickly finding out that some of the numbers that you get from your doctor, like your cholesterol, your blood pressure, your PSA, they may not be as important as the number one. Number one. Why number one? Well, because hydrogen is the first element on the periodic table. Hydrogen-rich water lubricates the joints, the muscles. Our body is actually 70% water. Our brain is 70% water. It needs hydration. I've actually read studies that show if you drink a glass of hydrogen water first thing in the morning, before you brush your teeth, before you drink a cup of coffee, before you do anything, it stimulates the brain to be powered on hydrogen rather than on glucose. Isn't that amazing? Hydrogen-rich water helps the body absorb other nutrients. It aids in circulation, digestion. It helps regulate body temperature. It detoxifies the cells. It detoxifies the entire body. Studies show that hydrogen-rich water improves blood pressure, decreases headaches, decreases the symptoms of arthritis and back pain, and many other chronic illnesses. Well, how is it all possible? Well, can the water do this? Actually, no. It's not the water, it's the body. The hydrogen merely enhances the water so that the body can use it more. It can get more done with the water. A couple of other doctors published a study in 1995, and then in their water regulating theory, they said that oxygenated cells that were damaged by oxidation could be scavenged or reduced by atomic hydrogen. And what it does is it produces H2O. That's right. It takes and reduces the oxidated cells and turns them into water. Isn't that amazing? Take a look at this diagram. Hydrogen water is important for the brain and the eyes and the lungs, the auditory system, cardiovascular system, the intestine, the liver, the digestive system, the pancreas, and the kidney. Can you think of anybody who couldn't benefit from this? Every single one of us can benefit from drinking hydrogen water. What about athletes? So they found that when you work out intensely, your muscles contract and they produce oxidative stress. This is going to produce signs of overtraining, sore muscles, muscle microinjuries, fatigue, inflammation. And hydrogen is believed to be the antioxidant, the ultimate antioxidant. It's shown to be more powerful than glutathione and vitamin C. Researchers in 2012 performed a double-blind study on 10 soccer players, giving them hydrogen-rich water. And they found that the players that were given hydrogen water instead of the placebo had lower levels of lactic acid in their blood. Our body takes the H2 and it converts it into the hydrogen anions, commonly known as active hydrogen. The active hydrogen is the antioxidant, and that's what removes the oxidation. Oxidation causes a lot of chronic disease. Molecular hydrogen also has an anti-inflammatory effect. Inflammation is a component of every chronic disease. Wouldn't it be nice to know that hydrogen also has anti-tumor effects? Every day, we're exposed to toxic chemicals from smoking, from ultraviolet radiation, from pollution. We're under stress. We're aging. These things produce something called reactive oxygen species. Certain scientific studies suggest that consumption of molecular hydrogen by drinking hydrogen-rich water, like we have with the SUPRA H2 STIX, can help. And it'll help with other things. They found that this hydrogen-rich water helps with obesity, it's in diabetes, intestinal health. How about aging? Well, they found that this healthy hydrogen water has several advantages in the human body as well. It makes the skin soft. It promotes proper digestion. It prevents things like acne breakouts and pimples. It gets rid of the waste products, and it helps the organs of the body. So the effects of hydrogen have been reported in multiple human disease models, right? And people say, well, how can you just go right to humans? Well, because of the lack of adverse side effects of hydrogen, they've been able to skip studying in animals and go right to humans. There's only 2 studies that have been studying both rodents and humans, and that involves cerebral infarction and metabolic syndrome. Other studies that are being worked on currently, Parkinson's disease. I'm just totally amazed at what we can have with hydrogen water. A lot of people have been talking to me about alkaline water over the last few years and tell me the benefits of alkaline water. I looked at it, I thought, well, how is that possible? Our stomach acid is acidic. If I drink alkaline water, it's going to neutralize the alkalinity of the water. So how can that work? Well, what the scientists found, that it wasn't the alkalinity of the water, it was because this alkaline water had a weak hydrogen effect. How would you like to have water that's got strong hydrogen? We're talking the difference of 0.1 to maybe 1 parts per million compared to SUPRA H2 STIX, which is anywhere from 15 to 20 parts per million. If you've watched the presentation and you thought it was interesting, please leave a comment. Let us know. Subscribe to the SISEL World team and you'll get notified each time that we have a video, we have a presentation like this. I hope you have a wonderful day. Get your SUPRA H2 STIX and give it a try. I know you'll find a benefit from drinking it. Thank you. Have a great day.